Ken Levante has worked ahead of the BCD Group Sprint here at Matamata this morning on a Wednesday. What did you make of her effort today?
You know, very nice work. She went right-handed on the course proper, and Ryan said she worked good. We can't see a lot down the back straight. It's in the dark a bit, but no, he said she found the line good.
And how she come through it just from seeing her at the types?
Yeah, no, pulled up really good. I think she's very fit. She had that trial at Te Rapa last Friday, and it was a nice trial, so no, she's ready.
Yeah, well, you're on the trial. It was a really impressive performance. The lead up you wanted to see from her heading into this one?
Yeah, we did really. It's 3 weeks or so. My best practicing more between the Telegraph and BCD, so she had to have that trial. Nice hit out. Thought it was a very nice trial.
Yeah. And Telegraph, obviously, really heartening win again, getting that win back to back in the race. Is she in the same sort of order going into this one?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, no, she's very well. She's come through the trip really good. She's bouncy and bright where we want her, and I thought her trial, as I say, was good. So, no, she's very good. This is a very good field. I think it's probably one of the best preference fields we've sort of have assembled in New Zealand for quite some time. So, no, it'll be a very interesting race.
No, her work was top class, and she felt great and done the work on the bridle to the line, so I'm very happy with her.
You look through those nominations and seen it's just such a competitive race, isn't it?
Yeah, they're both the Group 1 races. They're going to be good races, and it's good to see fields like that.
Yeah. Is she going as well as what she was sort of heading into the Westbury and the Railway?
I think she's going better. She just feels free in her action. She looks great and bright.
This weekend, looking to add to the Group 1 record. We saw Imperatrice and Maven Bell work together this morning. What did you make of their efforts?
Yeah, Imperatrice is going probably the best we've had her, I think. We're just training her a little bit different this time round, and she seems to be responding. So, no, looking forward to Saturday. And Maven Bell, obviously up against the older horses, but she deserves her opportunity.
Just tell us about the tweaks in training around Imperatrice.
Yeah, we've just using the treadmill with her quite a bit more, and not having a rider on her back so often, and that's where she does get a few problems in her back. So, as I say, I think it's really working very well.
Where does this race fit for her? Could she go to Australia? Could she step up to 1,600 metres? What is the plan?
I'll talk to Dave and Karen, but at this stage we're thinking we'll have a little break after Te Rapa and possibly go to Brisbane.
Okay, Maven Bell, how'd you come through Karaka Million Night?
Yeah, she got galloped on a little bit, so she just had to have a few quiet days, but she's caught up, and I was happy with the way she worked this morning. I thought she worked well.
A 3-year-old into what couldn't be a bigger test. Jesus has come up a strong field, hasn't it, Mark?
Yeah, it's probably the best field New Zealand's assembled this year, so as I say, she deserves her opportunity.
We were going to see her at Trentham. Obviously, downgrading track conditions meant that she kicks off here. How's that affected the build-up?
Not greatly, really, other than the fact that you're mindful you didn't actually have a gallop, but you've had the trip, and how does that factor in? So I've actually been quite pleased with her. She seemed to enjoy her trip away. She ate very well away, so that in itself was probably a positive exercise regardless. And she's come home and just ticked along as we normally would have. So hasn't really interrupted things as such, other than we're just slotting back in distance now. Obviously, we're prepared to go the mile. It's now just the 14, but she's pretty flexible in that department, and still technically it's a fresh up run for her. So yeah, we'll go around and yeah, she's there to have a solid hit out. So we'll see how we go.
She's clearly one of the best horses in the country, but you come up against others who are in the same sentence, the same conversation. What about this weekend? What can we expect of her?
Yeah, absolutely. Huge respect for every other horse in that race, actually. And this is the first time the Creek's come up against sort of genuine sprinting types and older horses at that. So it will be interesting, even as to how she will sit in the field. Who knows? It'll be interesting to see when the fields come out. But I think we're not going to worry about that too much. This is our plan B. We've got to go round, I guess, now. So we'll just let that race pan out for her. And as long as she has a solid run and finds the line well, we'll be happy.
Could she lead this race?
Oh, look, I don't know. I guess there's these other more genuine horses, Babylon Berlin, that's been her pattern of racing, although I do see they have worked also on settling her back. So we certainly don't need to, and it won't be our intention to. So we'll wait and see what the draws dictate around that. But I'm quite happy for her to slot anywhere, to be honest.
Safely through this one. Where will we see her next?
Oh, if we stay around here, most likely it will be Otaki at this point. But we'll just get through Saturday, see how she fares against these more professional sprinting types, and go from there, really.
Look, he's going, we believe, as good as he can, his work. Same with yesterday, we couldn't see much, so we're relying on the jockey who rode him yesterday, which of course was Emily again, and I think he's going as good as he can. I know he's had a bit of a checkered career, and we want to win a Group 1 with him at some stage. We still believe that he can. Whether it's this weekend, we're not too sure. It is a tough lineup, but he's certainly give a good account of himself.
Yeah, how's he done since that last run at Group 1? Where he ran a really meritorious race all the same.
Yeah, I think probably he was looking to run further. He's sort of the first up. Over the 1,200 metres, he's very impressive, winning, and probably the sprint was just taken off him a little bit. To be fair to him, he had to be in a pretty fresh state for the railway to have a chance of winning. But 1,400, a bit of a gap between runs. He's certainly freshened up and he looks good.
Where does he fit into this BCD Group Sprint?
Well, we hope he win, but look, he'll go back in the field. But certainly. We're confident that he's going to be one of the closers. Whether he's the right one to close and finish with a set in front, we're not too sure, but we're sure he's going to run well.
Yeah, good. She's come through her last race really well. We're really happy with her. Her work's been nothing but amazing. So, I think she'll stay out the extra 200 metres, and everything's looking real good for this weekend. So, just can't be anything but happy with her. Yeah.
The trial at Te Rapa last weekend, what was the stable impression of that?
It was beautiful. She did everything we wanted to, got out in front, just trying to settle her mid-race and just, have a good finish off at the end. So, we were real thrilled with that. It was brilliant.
Has she done anything on the track of a fast nature since?
Yep, she had a gallop yesterday, which just here on the poly, which was beautiful. You can't ask for much of a better horse, to be honest. Real honest horse. She's just looking perfect.
This is some sort of race with all the stars of New Zealand sprinting there. Where does she fit into the race, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, she's up to it. Don't think there'll be a lot to take her on for the lead, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see, really. She's sound, she's beautiful, and we've done everything we can to prepare her for it. So, we're real excited for it anyway.
Yeah, just very little today, just a bit of maintenance work. She just tidied up nicely last week for that trial at Te Rapa. Obviously a strong little trial field, so that was my first sit on her, and she gave me a nice feel, and another great feel this morning. She worked right through the line on the bridle.
Yep, the trial obviously a really good guide to what you've got this weekend in the BCD Group. Your impression of that effort?
Yeah, exactly. Look, she's, as I said, as I mean, second sit on her, but from all her replays, she's right up to this. A low draw from the 1400 would just be nice. It'll just get her to see the trip a little bit better. So just a cosy draw. As you know, it's a tough field with Impetrez and Le Creek and Levante. So there's plenty of depth there, and she'll get a chance.
First of all, Mustang Valley, what did you make of her trial last week?
Yeah, she's had a couple of trials now, and both have been very good, I thought. 1,400 metres against this sort of company, probably going to be a little bit sharp for her, but she is coming up really well.
Okay, rain-affected track this weekend as well. That plays into her favour, doesn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine it would be too rain-affected. The forecast looks pretty settled through till Saturday, so I think we could be running on a pretty reasonable track. But yeah, the wetter the better for her in this company.
What have you done with her track work-wise since that trial?
She just had a good hit out yesterday morning on Tuesday, and she'll just have a quiet gallop Thursday morning, and it's a starting point for her as much as anything. She's
prepared for this as well as she'd hoped, though?
Yeah, she has, and if the rain does come, or if it was to be genuinely rain affected, she'd come into it.
Such a strong race. Have you seen a stronger sprint around New Zealand, and especially with you having a couple of runners in it?
Yeah, no, not at all. It's for our two, it's just already a kick-off point, but it's going to be a very competitive race.
Okay, the other one, of course, true enough, Duff, who we know is top class on his day. How's he going?
He's coming up well. He's had his niggling issues for a fair while now, but everything seems to be going to plan, touch wood. So we just really want to have him right for the middle distance race at Pukekohe into March. So he's going to have, probably this race on Saturday and a mile at Otaki to have him ready for that.
Okay, what about his preparation? What's he done in the lead up to this?
Yeah, he's had a couple of trials, and he's going to take a race or two, I would have thought, to hit peak fitness, and wouldn't expect him to be too competitive on Saturday, but it will bring him on.